See here, 15th one. Describe different types of cables used for domestic wiring. Okay. Next, here in supply exam also they have given the same question. So the very important question, different types of cables. Now I'm going to explain this one, different types of cables, or you can call it as classification of cables. Classification of cables. See here. Are you able to see the screen? Yeah, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here. So classification of wires and cables. Okay, classification of cables. Now here, the wires or cables used for domestic or industrial wiring, okay, domestic or industrial wiring are classified into different groups. So first one, so according to the conductor material, so according to the conductor material used. So here, you will be having copper conductors, you will be having aluminum conductors. So you have copper conductor cables, second one aluminum conductor cables. So according to the number of cores. So single core cables, double core cable or twin core cable. So single core cable means it will be having only single core. Double core means two cores. Each cable has two cores, three core, four core. Okay. So let me show the diagrams of this one. Number 111. Yeah. Do you have any doubts? 111. Okay, okay. Okay, I will show the diagrams. So are you able to see the photo? Yeah, please respond. Okay, here this is a single core cable. Here you have only one core. This is a double core cable or two core cable. So you are going to have two cores in a single cable. Here this is a three core cable. So you can see three cores in one cable. Similarly, you are going to have four core cable. So four core cable. Is it clear? Single core cable, two core cable, three core cable, four core cable. This is the four core cable. So here, so first one is the according to conductor material used, copper conductor cables, aluminum conductor cables. According to the number of cores, single core cable, double core or twin core cable, three core cable, four core cable. Here and Just a minute. Yes, are you able to see the screen now? Yeah. Are you able to see the screen now? Please respond. Now,
Yes, sir.
okay, thank you. So classification of cables. So this is very important. It is asked frequently in exam. So here first one is according to the conductor material used, you have copper conductor cables, aluminum conductor cables. Next, according to the number of cores, single core, double core, three core, four core, two core with earth continuity conductor cables. So next, according to the type of insulation. So here if you see the cable, here according to the type of insulation. So vulcanized Indian rubber, VAR insulated wire cables. Next, tough rubber sheathed TRS or cable type sheathed cables. Poly PVC cables, polyvinyl chloride cables. So here you have this insulation, right? So you have this insulation. Based upon the insulation, uh, these are classified. So the cables are classified according to the type of insulation. So lead sheathed cables. So here sheath is used to protect the cable. So here if you see big cables, so this is a small cable. So here for larger cables, you will be having a metal sheath around the core. Around the core you will be having the metal sheath, that is lead sheath. Metal is made up of lead. So lead sheathed cables. So weatherproof cables, flexible cord are here. Flexible cords and cables. XLPE cables. If you want, you can search in the internet. This you type in the Google, you are going to get some information. You can go through this. Okay. So generally we use PVC cables. So here, according to the voltage at which they are manufactured. So here, so according to the voltage. See here, voltage. So according to the voltage at which they are manufactured. So low tension cables. So these low tension means low voltage cables. These can be used up to 1000 volts. So these are designed to operate up to 1000 volts. So next, high tension cables, high voltage. So here for these cables, the insulation requirement will be more. So here this up to 11 kV. So high tension cables can be used up to 11 kV. Super tension cables 22 to 33 kV. Extra high tension cables, VHT cables, okay, 33 to 66 kV. So you may be seeing the cables, high voltage cables. So cables generally they will be uh, you are going. Sometimes you will be seeing underground cables. Okay, so here the voltage can be 33 kV or 66 kV. So large cables you will be seeing underground cables. So here by the side of the road they will be digging and they will be putting the cables. So high voltage cables. So HT cables. Okay. Next, extra super voltage cables beyond 132 kV. If the voltage is beyond the 132 kV, that cables are called as extra super voltage cables. So if you use the cables, so what happens? The fault, occurrence of fault will be less, and here uh, sometimes the if you see the overhead lines, they may fall. Okay, if a heavy vehicle comes and hit the pole, the wires may fall on the road. So if you use underground cables, there is no need of poles, and here occurrence of fault will be less. So here you can see here the classification of cables according to the voltage at which they are manufactured. So low tension means you have to write these values correctly. So low tension cables means up to 1000 kV. High tension cables means up to 11 kV. From above 1000 and below 11 kV or up to 11 equal to 11 kV. So those are high tension cables. So next, super tension cables. So 22 to 33 kV. Next, extra high tension 33 to 66 kV. Okay. Next, extra super voltage cables. So here names you see the names super voltage. So extra super voltage cables beyond 132 kV. So between these 62 to 132 you will not have the voltage. After 66 you are going to have 132 kV. So next, coming to the specifications of cables. So here these are very important. So here this classification of cables. So first one you can write easily aluminium, copper, aluminium. You can write. Second one you can write. Okay, search about this one. Okay. Next, according to the type of insulation. So here, if you see the cable, you have the insulation. So based upon the insulation, the cables are classified. So this is a PVC cable. So here that is polyvinyl chloride cable. So you are going to have other types of cables. So next, according to the voltage at which they are manufactured. So low tension, high tension, super tension, extra high tension, extra super voltage cables. So next, specifications of cable. So specifications of cables. So cables are specified by providing size of the cable in metric system. Example 19 by 2.24, 7 by 1.7, 7 by 2.24, etc. Giving the number of strands used and diameter of each strand. So these are the number of strands and the diameter of each strand, or giving the area of cross section of the conductor used. Area of cross section of conductor used. So here, so diameter of each strand is here. So first one is the number of strands, and second one is the diameter of each strand. So next, it can be or giving the area of cross section of conductor used. So I will show this one, area of cross section of conductor used. So here you can see here. So here you can see here. Uh, so it is given that Phenolics are 15 square mm, 2 core. So Phenolics is a company, 15 square mm. 15. What is the here? This is 15 square mm. The area will be 15 square mm. Area of cross section of the cable, 15 square mm. So like this, it will be given in a uh, number of strands and diameter of each strand, or cross section area of a conductor used. Next, type of conductor used in cables. So copper or aluminum, they will be mentioning copper cable. So specifications will be given. So area will be given, and the type of the conductor will be given in the specifications, and number of cores that a cable consists of. Example, single core, twin core, 3 core, 4 core, etc. They will be given in the specification. Voltage grade, they will specify the voltage. So next, type of cable with a clear description regarding insulation, shielding, armoring, bedding, etc. So here these will be studied by triple students. So here in a cable, these are the layers. You will be having the shielding. You are going to have okay. So the different layers will be there. These are for power cables. Okay, whatever you see, this one power cables. So for extra high tension and extra super voltage cables, you are going to have different layers on the cable. So on the core, you are going to have insulation. On to the core, you are going to the three. If you take a 3 core cable, so to that you are going to have the shielding, and you are going to have armoring, and you are going to have bedding. Then afterwards, you are going to have the service serving. So this will be studied by triple students. So if you want, I will show the diagram in the next class. Next, these are the examples of few specifications. So here 7 by 20 VIR aluminum conductor twin core, 650 by 1100 grade. So here 7 is the total number of strands, and here 7 by 20 means. So here the specification is somewhat different. So here you can see the here. In this case, the numerator 7 indicates the number of strands in the cable, and denominator 20 represents the gauge number of each strands. So sometimes diameter is given, sometimes the gauge number. So you will be having 20 gauge, 18 gauge, like that, 16 gauge. So you are going to have gauge. So here sometimes the gauge number will be given, sometimes the diameter will be given. So here 20 represents the gauge number of each strand. So next, the cable has 2 cores made with here, 2 core, twin core. So twin core. The cable has 2 cores made with aluminium. So here aluminium with a VIR insulation, and is used for 650 to 1100 volts. So this is the voltage. So next, you have this another example. Let us take here 19 by 1.12 aluminum conductor, 3.5 core, 1100 volts PVC cable, PVC sheathed. So in this case, the cable consists of 19 strands. So numerator represents the number of strands. So 19 strands. Each strand has a diameter of 1.12. Here diameter is given. So diameter of 1.12 mm. Okay. The conductor is made with aluminum. So here aluminum is given. So aluminum is given. So aluminum made with aluminum. Insulation is made with PVC, okay, and is covered with PVC sheathing, okay, PVC sheathing, and is used for 1100 volts supply voltage. So let us see some examples also. So here 0.75 square mm, 2 core. So here you can see here to 2.5 square mm. That is a conductor diameter, conductor cross section area. 2.25 square mm, 2 core copper flexible cable like that. So here PVC. So you can see the specifications. So PVC insulation, 2 core, and the diameter. Those will be specified on the cable. Those will be specified for a cable. So here these are the specifications. Okay. So next, electrical wiring. So you know that electrical wiring. So at your home also you are going to have electrical wiring. If you have electrical wiring only, then only you can supply power to the equipment. So here, state electricity board provides electric supply up to a point outside the consumer premises. So here, so state electricity board will provide electric supply up to a point outside the consumer premises. So if you take a street, so transformer will be there. Up to transformer, they will be providing the uh, all the all the equipment they will be providing up to the transformer. After the transformer, uh, we have to do the connection by ourselves. So here, state electricity board provides electric supply up to a point outside the consumer premises. So if you take independent house, so you may not be having the transformer, so they will be giving the service wire and they will connect it to the meter. From the meter, you have to give the connections by with the help of electrician. Okay. Now here, from this point, the consumer takes the connections. Okay. So up to some point, the state electricity board will provide the see here, the state electricity board provide electric supply up to a point outside the consumer premises. Okay. From this point, the consumer takes the connection to his main board. Insulated electrical wires, insulated electrical wires will be taken out to various places in the premises. Okay. To supply power to different types of loads. So you have different types of loads. You'll be having tubelets, fans, geysers, ACs, etc. Next, a network of wires or and cables, wires or cables. Okay, the network of cables connecting various electrical accessories for distribution of electrical energy from the supplier meter board to the numerous electrical energy consuming electrical energy consuming devices such as lamps, fans, televisions, refrigerators, and other domestic applications. Okay, through controlling and safety devices known as the wiring system. So here you are going to have some safety devices and you are going to have MCBs. Okay, after the MCB, you are going to give the connection. Okay, so here the supply used in houses for lightning and power supply. Here, the supply, that is power supply. The supply used in houses for lighting and power purposes is single phase AC system. Single phase AC. So here single phase AC. So whatever the supply we are using, that is single phase AC. Whereas for industries, three phase AC supply is employed. So for industries, three phase AC supply is employed. The single phase circuit is connected to, so here you see a single phase circuit. It is connected to 220 volts across one phase and the neutral. Between one phase, you have three phases. So you are going to take any one phase and the neutral. So that supply will be given to you, and we are going to use the single phase supply. Inside our home, you will be having single phase supply. So here, the factors affecting the choice of wiring. So here, choice of wiring. Let us see this wiring. So the factors affecting the choice of wiring. First one is the durability. Durability. The type of wiring selected should conform to standard specifications. So here, the whatever the wires and the cables, whatever the cables we use, that must be standard, and the specifications must be. So here, you cannot put the same wire for all the equipment. So here you are going to have from some power switches will be there, and so to the power switches the current will be 20 amperes. You can, for the remaining switches, the current rating will be 6 amperes. So 6 amperes we can use for tube lights, fans, etc., and 20 amps we use for AC, okay, geyser. So AC, geyser, we use 20 amps switches, and the cables will be uh, larger in diameter. So for this, the cables will have small diameter. Small diameter. For this, larger diameter. Large diameter cables will be used. Large diameter. So here, so you are going to have wires of 6 amperes, 20 amperes, etc. So here, based upon the we are going to use different types of switches. So here 6 ampere switches will be available, 20 amps switches will be available. So 20 amp switches will be used for AC, geyser, and uh, sometimes mixie also we are going to use this 20 amps for the safety purpose. Okay. Now here, so here the type of wiring selected should conform to standard specifications. The specifications, according to the specifications, we have to use the wiring so that it is durable. That is without being affected by weather conditions, fumes, etc. Next, safety. Now coming to the second one is safety. So here the wiring should provide safety against leakage, shock, and fire hazard for the operating personnel. Operating personnel. So here the wiring should provide safety against leakage, shock, and fire hazards. So if you must use a standard cable. Okay, if you use the standard cable, uh, it will be safe. Next, appearance. Appearance. So electrical wiring should give an artistic appeal to the interiors. Okay, artistic appeal to the interiors. So the appearance must be good. Next, cost. So electrical wiring should not be expensive, and the maintenance cost should be minimum. So here the main thing is the maintenance cost should be minimum. If you use a standard company, cables. So here the maintenance will be less. Maintenance cost will be less. So accessible. So here this is one of the important one. So accessibility. So accessibility. The switches and plug points. The switches, the switches and the plug points provided should be easily accessible. Okay, provided should be easily accessible. So there must be provision for further extension of the wiring system if necessary. So here there must be a provision for further extension of the wiring system if necessary. So here mechanical safety. So the wiring must be protected against any mechanical damage. So here we must not damage the electrical wires. If you damage the electrical wires, there will be leakage current. So here, so the wiring must be protected against any mechanical damage. So here advantages. So what are the advantages of this type of wiring are? Cheap and easy wiring, easy to fault detection, easy to repair, alteration and addition is easy. Okay, skilled manpower not required. Next disadvantages. See here, wait. So some page is missing. So here cable tire sheath or tough rubber sheath or batten wiring. So this is not used for you. So just so here the first one is this is very important. So this is asked many times. Classification of cables. This is very important and the specification of the cables. You must know this one specifications and electrical wiring. So what are the factors uh, which affecting the choice of wiring? This is enough for you. These are not required. Okay. Now comparison of different wiring systems. This is also not required for you. So here next one is earthing. This is important. Okay. So here in fifth unit, so classification of cables is very important. So next one is earthing. So if you see the syllabus also, so here earthing is there. So earthing is there. Okay. Types of wires and cables is very important. Okay. Earthing. Coming to earthing. So coming to earthing. So what is earthing? So let us see the introduction here. In electrical power system, grounding or earthing means frame of electrical equipment or some electrical part of the system to earth or soil. So here earthing means we are connecting the some electrical part of the system to the earth. Okay, so to the earth. So it will prevent us from electric shock. So here let us see in detail. So this connection to earth may be through a conductor or some other circuit element. So earthing wire will be there and that will be connected to ground. So what are the advantages? It provides protection to the power system. So here power system equipment get protected by earthing. So here, if earthing is not there, due to falls, high voltage appears on the power system and that will break down the insulation. So the insulation failure may occur due to high voltage. So we can reduce that high voltage during falls by earthing. So here it provides protection to the power system equipment or simply power system. So it provides protection to the power system. So here now coming to the earthing of electrical equipment. So here if you take refrigerator or any uh, if you take refrigerator, AC or TV, you are going to have the plug will be having three wires. The plug will be having three wires. So one is for phase, second one for neutral, third one for earthing. So third one for earthing. So earthing of electrical equipment ensures the safety of the persons handling the equipment. So if earthing is not there, you will get the severe shock due to leakage currents and charges on the metal parts of the equipment. So that will be connected. If earthing is there, that the charges will go to ground and the charges will nullify if the earthing is done. So here, these are the two advantages, very important advantages. First one, it will provide protection to the power system. Second one is it will provide safety to the persons. So safety to the persons handling the equipment. Next, next process here, earthing or grounding or earthing. So the process of connecting the metallic frame of the electric equipment. See here, metallic frame. So the process of connecting the metallic frame of the electric equipment. This frame will not conduct the current. These metallic frames they will used for the support of the equipment. So here on the metallic frames, charges sometimes charges will be induced on the um, metallic frame. If you touch the metallic frame, you will get severe shock. Suppose if this metallic frame is connected to earth, the charges get nullified and you will not get any shock. So the process of connecting the metallic frame of electric equipment or some electrical part of the system to the earth is called earthing. So next, if a grounding is done systematically in the line of electrical power system, the accidents and damage to the electrical equipment can be prevented effectively. So not only the persons get a shock, but also the electrical equipment gets damaged if it is not earthed. So if grounding is done systematically in the line of electrical power system, yes, yes,
Some background noise is coming, sir.
what happened?
Some discussion is going on in background, sir. We cannot hear you properly.
Background you cannot see properly.
Not background, sir. Voice.
Voice, voice not clear. Okay, okay.
Not clear. Some disturbance is there, sir.
Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here this earthing will provide protection to the power system, and it will provide protection to the persons, and also it provides protection to the equipment. So earthing is compulsory. So here what is the earthing means? The process of connecting the metallic frame of electric equipment or some electrical part of the system to the earth is called earthing, or it is sometimes also called grounding. Earthing or grounding, both are same. So if grounding is done systematically in a line of a electrical power system, the accidents and damage, so the accidents and damage to the electrical equipment can be prevented effectively. Now coming to the classification of earthing. So earthing may be classified as, so first one is equipment grounding. Equipment grounding. So this deals with earthing the non current carrying metal parts of the electrical equipment. So non current carrying metal parts of the equipment. So next one is system grounding. System grounding means earthing some part of the electrical system in general, here in generating stations and substations. So in generating stations and substations, you are going to have earthing. So remaining I will explain in the next class. So let me take the attendance now. So if you have any doubts, you can type in the chat box. Number 62 absent.